Have you ever seen someone move so perfectly, so calmly that you almost felt sorry for their opponent? No panic, no wasted motion, no anger, just this cold, crystal clear sense of inevitability. Like they already solved the puzzle before they even started. Yeah, this is Valentina Shevchenko. They call her the Bullet, and yeah, she's fast, but the nickname barely covers it. She's precise. Like every strike, every angle, every read is measured, intentional, deliberate. You watch her and it feels like watching a master artist at work. There's no sloppiness, no wishful swings, no, God, I hope this lands energy. She knows exactly what she wants, where she wants it, and how she'll get there. And that mindset, that approach, it's something all of us can learn from, whether you fight, whether you lead, whether you're trying to manage your own daily chaos. Because precision beats chaos. Every single time.
Steel and shadow, fists fly high, breaking through limits, I reach for the sky. Martial instincts power my stride. Fight principles guiding my fight.
So welcome to Fight Principles. I'm Sasha, and today I want to unpack why precision is so much more than just accuracy. In fighting, precision is about economy, no wasted energy, no wasted movement, no wasted emotion. And Valentina Shevchenko embodies that. Her shots don't come in bunches for the sake of volume. They come with intention. They come to control the space, break your rhythm, steal your confidence. In life, we are taught to do more hustle, more hours, more content. But precision is the art of enough. Enough to win, enough to dominate, enough to make sure you leave no doubt, but never more than you need. That's power, that's intelligence. And that's what I want you to carry away today. So let's break down how Valentina became Valentina. Quick breakdown. Yeah, she was born in Kyrgyzstan with a fighting family, including her sister Antonina, who also was in the UFC for a while and now is a licensed pilot, I believe. She did martial arts before she was in kindergarten, which is crazy. Very inspirational. Started with Taekwondo, then went into Muay Thai. That's why she's also very beloved here in Thailand. Then Judo, then boxing. And she traveled the world, got to 17-0 in Muay Thai against world-class competition, and then transitioned into MMA with decades of experience already. So, yeah, the learning from this is she didn't rush into MMA. Like no rush, no gaps, no excuses. So what does it tell you? She was built on a foundation of precision from day one. No holes in her game, no huge weaknesses, no reckless one-trick habits. And what we can learn from that is build your skill base wide and deep. Don't get married to just flashy shortcuts. You gotta invest years of mastering your timing, balance, reading skills, because precision is built from repetition, not from highlight reels. You think about a career. People who get a bit of every skill but never master the details, they collapse under pressure. Valentina built depth, thousands of repetitions under real stress across multiple disciplines. That means she's calm because she's earned the right to be calm. So if you want to be precise in life, you need the same. Reps, exposure, uncomfortable training, accountability, constant improvement. That's how you earn the right to be calm. When we look at how Valentina fights, you can see that she's the queen of seeing before she strikes. She reads patterns. She notices your smallest flinch. She notices when you breathe out, when your guard dips, when your rhythm changes. And that is how she snipes you. She doesn't throw combos hoping that one lands. She throws one because she already knows it will land. That's high level of pattern recognition. You only get that by being fully present. No anxiety about the last round, no worry about what the judges think, just reading second by second. In life, in negotiations, for example, the person who listens best is the one that's most likely to win. In arguments, the person who stays calm and sees the others' patterns is the one that's most likely to win. In business, precision means knowing exactly who your customer is and ignoring distractions. A reading beats reacting, and a reading beats rushing. Taking this to like some personal example, but in the gym, like inspiring. You have this plan for like, okay, I'm gonna hit my switch kicks because I've been really putting some work in. Then you miss like this tiny shoulder twitch, for example. The guy strike cross right there, don't see it, pay the price, right? That's how you learn how to read better, not just throw what you planned on throwing. And as always, we're trying to adapt what we learn to our fight principles. And so let's call it the principles of precision for the sake of this episode. The first one, I think, would be see first, strike second. Unlike Cobra Kai, of course. Because Valentina doesn't guess. She sees, she waits, and then she punishes. Yeah, in fighting, you could practice this by drills on reading your opponent's footwork, by focus mid drills with like hidden triggers, for example, or flow sparring where you focus only on seeing, not attacking. In life, what you could do is listen before you talk, or observe energy before you act, or pause before reacting emotionally. Yeah, precision is the reward for patience. So practice that. The second principle would be building unshakable balance. Because Valentina is never off balance. Even after spinning attacks, she lands like a cat. Not my cat, because my cat isn't as elegant as Valentina, but you know what I mean. And that balance means her defense is always ready. Her offense is always an option. And I mean, in fighting, you would train this with single leg drills, for example. You could do like stability under pressure, balance checks under fatigue. But in life, you could look into financial balance. Don't overextend, of course. Emotional balance. Don't overcommit to drama. Physical health. Recover as hard as you train. Precision depends on never being off your base. So build your base. That will help you. The third principle that we can learn from Valentina is how to master minimalism. Yeah, Valentina rarely throws in flurries unless she sees you crumbling, of course. She uses minimal but perfect tools. She forces you to make mistakes by denying you targets and then punishes. So fighting drills could be a solo shot training, for example, or pick a technique for a round. Go for accuracy before power. In life, we could be looking at like minimal priorities, minimal social drama, like clear, simple systems. Less noise means more focus, and more focus is always a good thing, of course. The fourth principle I would say we can take away from this is emotional neutrality. Valentina looks more or less the same, winning or losing. No panic, no show-off, no rage. That calm is kind of devastating because it gives away nothing. And how to build it in fighting? Well, exposure to tough rounds, of course, is important. Learning how to breathe is important. Building discomfort tolerance. Embracing discomfort is important. In life, what we could do is we could meditate, for example. Exposure to conflict will sharpen how you handle conflict, obviously. Public speaking to kill social anxiety, like find ways to actually put yourself out there. Precision dies the moment you let emotion override your timing. So you have to learn how to handle emotion. That's basically it. And we can only learn it if we put ourselves into those emotions. Last principle to take away from Valentina: respect the reps. Yeah, Valentina repeats the boring stuff endlessly. Thousands of jabs, thousands of pivots. Boring drills build a monster. And how to apply this in life? Well, how about consistent journaling? How about consistent skill building? How about consistent relationship work? The boring stuff is the backbone of your precision game. So don't just go for flashy, fancy IG highlight reels. Drill the boring stuff. So what can we do to try this week? Well, how about we pick one area of our life to get more precise, to cut out all the noise, and do one rep perfectly every single day. That might be your jab. That might be an apology you've been avoiding. That might be a financial decision. Yeah, one thing, one decision. And then reflect, how much am I wasting right now? Or where's the clutter? Or WWVD, what would Valentina do? Then you can voice note or journal these insights, so you build kind of a pattern recognition muscle. So there's a reason why they call Valentina the bullet. It's not because she's wild or random or chaotic. It's because she's aimed, laser focused, no hesitation, no waste. So if you build your life a little bit like Valentina fights, with clarity, with calm, with ruthless precision, you will cut through the chaos. You will move with purpose, and you will become untouchable. And not because you're the loudest, but because you're the most certain. And that's the art of precision. So thanks for tuning into this episode of Fight Principles. I'm Sasha. As always, stay grounded, stay focused. We'll talk next time. Sorry, Cap.
Steel and shadow, fists fly high, breaking through limits, I reach for the sky. Martial instincts power my stride. Fight principles guiding my fight.